Now, she's the creator of the popular health bar Pure Barre, and now has a new cookbook called Pure Food. Please welcome Veronica Bosgraff. And she's going to be in our kitchen today. And what are you going to be doing for us today?
We are going to make a very indulgent, guilt-free avocado pesto.
Wait, can you use that in the same sentence? Indulgent, guilt-free.
Absolutely.
Really?
Just wait and
That looks
see.
amazing.
Yeah, with only 4 ingredients and dairy-free with linguine and fresh tomatoes. You can see it right there.
Great. All right, I can't wait to try that. And then later on, you're going to be actually giving away 15 signed copies of your cookbooks to our viewers.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
I'll tell you how you
You are
get
very
those.
welcome.
He is back on our show. I love it when he's here. Thank you. We are heading in the kitchen, and we're going to have a little guilt-free food with Veronica Bosgraff next. All right, we are in the kitchen, and this is guilt-free eating.
Yes.
Gluttony at its best, I guess, if
Yes.
it's guilt-free, right? Just
It is.
eat. Right?
Because we are in the kitchen here with Pure Barre founder and brand new cookbook author Veronica Bosgraff, and she's here to tell us exactly how this way of eating and her new book and everything actually literally changed her life. So how did you start Pure Barres?
Well, it all started really one night in my kitchen when my daughter looked down at her plate and pointed to the chicken and said, "Mom, what are we eating?" And I said, "Chicken." And she was 6 years old at the time. She looked at me with wide eyes and she said, what do you mean chicken? And she made the connection.
Right.
And
With the animal, right?
Yeah, and of course I had the joyful task of explaining to her how we eat animals in this country, which didn't go over very well, as you can imagine. And so she approached me a few days later and she said, "Mom, there are these people. They don't eat animals, they're called vegetarians. And I want to be one."
Oh, wow.
At
She's
6
been that
years
way
old.
since she was 6? Now,
11 years.
How did you as a mother, because you know you're worried about the nutrition and the calcium and growing, how did you figure out how to feed her? Did you do any research? And
We did a lot of research, and you know, it was so moving to me that I said, "You know what, honey, I'm going to do it with you." She was very convicted, and so we just set out into the kitchen. We pulled out all our cookbooks, and we started learning how to make vegetarian recipes, and it didn't take us long to realize there are so many great vegetarian foods and simple, easy recipes you can make.
Would you like to try some right now?
Yeah.
Let's bring in the paste.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Why make
Well,
us
I'm
ask?
sorry. I just wanted to use yes. I wanted to hear it. But so explain to everyone what we're serving today, right now.
Okay, so we are going to start with dinner, and that is a wonderful avocado pesto over linguine with fresh cut tomatoes, a little bit of basil. Very delicious, very rich and indulgent, but dairy-free. I make it with whole organic ingredients. And it's a wonderful dish to serve. In the time it takes you to boil linguine, you can absolutely throw this together in your food processor.
And I love avocados. It's rich in all kinds of vitamins and antioxidants. Okay, so how do we start?
All right, so we start with our avocado. The avocado in this recipe actually takes the place of cheese. So that's why it's dairy-free. It also takes the place of some of the oil. So you get a lighter pesto that's healthier, and it has an extra layer of flavor because it's got that avocado in it. So you love avocado.
So this actually is not cheese. It's the avocado.
No, there's no cheese.
Wow, I thought
in
it was cheese.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
So then you add your fresh basil. Basil's an important part of all pestos, of course. Extremely easy herb to grow on your windowsill. I always encourage people to grow their own food if they can do that. If you don't have a lot of space, put it on your
dirty windowsill. Grow plants in.
Melissa, are you loving it?
Great, it's great.
Melissa, are you enjoying that?
Superb.
You like it? Yeah.
Really amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Wow.
Neil just eats spinach. He's done.
How many courses do we have in? This is the starter, and then we've got...
Look at, I'm making more
Family?
for you right now.
Delicious.
Okay.
All right, one of 4 boys. I can't
Been saying this chocolate chip cookie.
I know.
That's for dessert. Are you eating your dessert first?
We are going to talk about that in a minute. One other thing I wanted to mention is we put a little bit of oil in here. Now, we usually use olive oil in a pesto, but I'm using avocado oil because it's very light and mild, and I always tell people to taste their oil so they understand how it's going to flavor their dish.
Is it easy to find avocado oil?
It's easier and easier. I can find it. I live in Michigan, so I don't have a lot of fancy, healthy stores. I just found it in my local grocery store. So Yes, it's becoming more and more popular.
I think I'm going to open a new store in Michigan.
You should.
No cheese, but it looks like
It
looks
does,
like
doesn't it?
cheese on
Yeah.
though. What
It
is
certainly
what is
does.
It looks like.
Okay.
It's probably the pine nuts. Yep. Pine nuts.
Oh, you put pine nuts in it too. Now, are you vegan because you're not eating cheese?
I am not vegan, but I eat a lot of vegan recipes. And so, I always tell people add a little more plant-based food into your life. You don't have to be a vegan, you don't have to be a vegetarian, but it's wonderful to eat more of those healthy plant-based foods.
Yeah. Very good, isn't it?
So it's as easy as just chopping it up,
You know what?
and there we go.
I've been lately into avocado toast. Can I put this on toast in the
yes.
morning? I rub it on there.
It's
Oh my
so
God.
funny you say
Avocado
that.
toast? What is it? It's like a spread on toast?
Well, I just toast a piece of bread and I take a half avocado and I put it on. But this I want to spread on instead of butter. I use this.
But
You
what
can.
happens if you add olive oil instead of avocado oil?
It's just going to flavor your dish accordingly. And so olive oil, as you know, has a very distinct flavor.
Yes, I see.
So I choose the avocado, so it's a little more mild. The other flavors come through. But you know what? Cooking is very intuitive. Do what you love, do what works for you.
Can I ask you now? This is delicious. I might,
Thank
if
you.
I may say so. And now, Debbie, we're going to get into the dessert. Now, I know you have to have sweets, and I'm sure you're concerned about sugar and flours and wheats and all that. So, what kind of desserts did you come up with?
Okay, so this is gluten-free. This is dairy-free. It's vegan, made with all organic, whole ingredients.
Wow.
My kids come home from school. I have an 11-year-old. He pulls out the food processor. He puts in the ingredients and makes these himself. They love them.
When
The
do
kids
we-
love them.
Do you bake
is
them? Or?
really-
No. Okay. So this is the base. You've got your dates. I always buy dates with a pit, and I take the pits out because
Why?
they're nice and soft
I
that
would-
way.
oh,
If they're
okay.
already pitted, they get drier.
Okay.
Yeah. You add raw cashews, raw walnuts, wonderful for omega-3 fats for your kids. You add a little bit of coconut oil, some vanilla, blend it all up until it gets into kind of a ball in your food processor.
Yeah.
And then take them out, shape them into the cookies, and you're done.
Chocolate chip cookie.
Don't you love them?
I have one last question.
It does.
I'm going to box those up to go. And
Yes.
you can have the plate back, okay?
Okay.
But I can have those. Perfect.
I love this Homan family.
I know.
I'm so glad I dropped by. It's so much fun. I'm in the neighborhood.
You can find the recipe for these cookies as well as the avocado pesto on our website. Veronica's cookbook, by the way, is out tomorrow. Go to our Facebook page. You can find out how you could win a chance, or have a chance to win a copy of her book. Good job. These are amazing.
Thank you
I'm not
very
joking.
much.
I'm taking this
I'm
with
glad
me.
you
I'm taking some chocolate.
No,
Going on a plane.
No, I am. No, I am.